I never lied where I came from. Texas had its place for me to find a home deep in my soul. I must know the world as a whole.
In the makeup room with Manzy, we are asking you like the really hard-hitting, need-to-know questions.
The deep cuts.
Yeah, we're warming you up for the show is what we're doing. So I need to know, what is your favorite wildflower?
That's a beautiful question. I'm so glad that you asked. My favorite wildflower has to be the Indian blanket and Indian paintbrush. They're just they've got so much mystery and story, you know.
Speak to your soul. I mean,
it's just every time you cross paths with one, you can just if you listen properly, you can hear its messages, you know. So it's real special in my journey. So thank you for asking.
Absolutely. Well, thank you for being here with us, and we're gonna get to the show.
Sounds good. See y'all there.
Hi, welcome to Creatives Cornerstone. I am Carol, I'm your host, and this week we are speaking with Manzy Lowry, amazing musician here in the Texas Hill Country. His name is everywhere, and he is one of the most unique individuals. But we like unique and we like special, and that is Manzy in a nutshell. Hi, Manzy.
Howdy, how you doing?
I'm doing mighty fine. How are you this morning? I know we're trying to get you caffeinated.
Oh, yeah, just a little caffeine and,
Funioned up?
Yeah, need some sodium caffeine. Been out deer hunting this whole past week, so.
Oh, really?
Just getting back to society.
Wow, did you get any? Did you shoot any? Did you?
No, not yet.
All right.
I'm still on it.
Yeah. But is hunting kind of like fishing, the anticipation, it's going to happen, or what?
It's called hunting, it's called fishing, it's not called getting.
Well, I know, but I don't hunt, but I do
Just
fish,
the thrill
and
of
I
it.
love the anticipation, and that's the thrill of dropping a line, right? So I was just wondering if it was like the same as
a culmination of
the whole thing,
everything.
the whole experience.
From the sense to the vision, to the colors, to the clear in your head.
All right. Well, let's talk Manzy. What kind of music do you put out there in the universe, Manzy?
That's a great question. What kind of music do you enjoy?
I enjoy your music.
Then I got it dialed in.
I know you do, but we want to share with the audience what they're going to be.
It's one of those things that you didn't know you were missing that you needed. It's hard to put in a box with a bow on top of it, but it's a comfort zone that you're willing to drop your guard with.
It's very soulful. You have very deep, layered lyrics and a tone that resonates. Now, I granted this is my opinion, but you've been a guest before on Friday Night with Care, and we've done interviews for a few years now. Mm-hmm. I feel like I've watched you. I have. You take on a wife, have a kid, just really embrace life, and your music has evolved in many different ways because you're not afraid to experiment.
Right.
Does that sound pretty accurate as far as?
I mean, that's a pretty strong compliment. I appreciate it. I just, I'm not scared of failing. So, because there's no right or wrong, there's no good or bad, there's no black or white. There's none of that. So as soon as you quit building fences, you never know how far your pasture can go.
And that is a beautiful way. You live that, and I think it's reflective in your music. I know that you've got a lot of music out there. And I've asked you when you do your music segment to actually do a couple of my favorites. So I know you're kind of going back into the vault with those.
Oh, yeah.
And I really appreciate it. Now, you went through a period of time. Again, this is just my, viewpoint, from the outside looking in. Of doing the spoken word, and some of it really resonated with me. The one that's, if it's, is it worth it?
Is it worth the miles? Yeah.
Yes. I mean, that resonated on every level, especially for creatives.
Right.
I feel, because you put so much back. There's so much in the backstory of everything that the artists do, the effort and the time.
Yeah.
And
The wild thing is, I wrote that about 4:30 in the morning in southern Louisiana with the cicadas chirping. And so at one point in time, I just talked it straight into my phone. It's kind of like lightning in a bottle, you know.
Yeah.
If you've never heard of that phrase,
yeah.
it comes far and few between. But I hope you got a mason jar with a lid close to you so you can capture it, you know.
There you go. That's it exactly. I mean, you're an awesome storyteller, and but your music, I love your tone, your sound, your music, your musicality, and I'm really looking forward to sharing that with the viewers today.
Oh, thank you.
So you've been, how long have you been doing this thing? Not life. I know you've been doing that for a while, but how long have you been actively engrossed in producing music?
Studying creativity. I mean, I've always been. I think I had my first poem published, and remember those highlight magazines at the doctor's office?
Yes, indeed.
I think I was second or third grade. I wrote something, and my mom sent it in, and it got published. But yeah, I've always. My journey now is to study and strengthen the paths of creations, and you know, I've come to the realization I don't own, or I don't necessarily create. I'm just a vessel for it to get introduced.
Well, I'm struggling with that. I'm struggling with that in being able to wrap my mind around what you just said with that you're just the vessel, because you are a vessel, but I mean, your creativity, you're putting that out there in the universe. It's coming from within you. It's being observed, it's being embraced, and then it's being translated through you.
See,
what I see.
translated and coming from within are two different things.
Yes.
So, therefore, I do agree with some of that. I am the vessel for it being translated through me.
Okay. All righty. Well, all right. And you're receiving that universally.
Possibly. I don't define anything.
All right. All right. Well, I'll have to work on my interpretation of that.
Yeah.
Because that's definitely, and that's another thing about you. You're very thought-provoking. Yeah. Not everything has to be difficult.
Or defined.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's beauty in a non-definition, right?
Yeah.
Because as soon as you define something or come upon your opinion, then it halts. It doesn't mean it won't continue forward, but
Yeah, I was
you
going
put
to say,
a speed bump in front of it.
Yeah, because I'm not one that I don't want to hold on to something. I want to
let it keep growing.
Release it. Yeah, or maybe
And so
add to it and let it keep building
when you're
or
studying
something.
for the final, it's just adjusting expectations. You might, or scientific method. You start with a hypothesis, and by the time you get done with the final step, even if your original hypothesis didn't derive from your studies, it's okay.
Yeah.
You know?
So basically, you are a poet at heart. You are a poet at heart. And so when you're writing your music, when you're writing your words, when you're
letting the ink bleed on paper,
going through your process, do the words come first to you, or is it the music? Does music sometimes speak loudly to you, and then words come, or does it just come together?
It's a very common question.
I know, but
I'm not saying negative. I'm just saying it's kind of like what we just reflected on.
Right.
I don't focus on having a start.
Right.
I just sometimes just sit down. And, listening is the most difficult thing to do for myself and my experience. And so, yes, both ways. Sometimes an arrangement, sometimes a tone, a melody comes, sometimes a word comes, sometimes a letter comes, sometimes a train passes by. It's just letting it come to you.
Well, that's your process. That's how you do it. Because
I
I write. I've been a writer since, I don't know, I think I wrote a school play in 5th grade that the
Right.
school performed. I mean, I am a writer, but music, no, it doesn't come to me. I've only ever written one thing that the music instantly came to me as I was writing it. So I know, and because I've done a lot of interviews with a lot of different artists, I know that things are different for, I mean, that's part of who they are and how they create. It's part of their process or how they do what they do. So I was just curious
Yeah.
for you, like with such an open existence and such a non-anchored way of living, how that worked for you. I mean, how that looked. I imagine
All of
that you
it-
hear the music in the
all of it
leaves
at
on the
once,
trees,
and
right?
all of it never happens at once.
Yeah.
It's and henceforth when I started, my goal is just to let the ink bleed on paper. I just hold on to the pen, and
So you're just channeling.
so one of the reasons why I write a lot of poetry and spoken words, because then you take out a factor of having to have the worry or thought about arrangement, sound, tone, melody. You just we're confined by 26 figures in our alphabet, and that's very restricting for
Right.
growth, right? But then when you start adding on layers and layers and layers, you just keep your vein and your valley just gets thinner and thinner and thinner and thinner, right? Before you can't part the Red Seas anymore. So if you strip all that away, then all of a sudden you got a Grand Canyon just to traverse through.
There is so much to you that I just enjoy. I just enjoy all our conversations. I want to know, are you a Texas boy? Are you born and raised here in Texas?
Yes. Yeah.
Here in the Hill Country?
No,
Or
Reynolds County, up West Texas, or central, between Abilene and San Angelo on the Colorado River.
And how long you been down here?
I graduated college in '08 and then went traveling. I think I got to Austin in like '09-ish. And then
How old were you in your...
Oh, heck.
Were you out of school?
Yeah, I was out of college.
Oh, okay.
I graduated and then I moved to Austin, then Buda, then Manchac, then Kyle, then San Marcos.
You've been working your way
I'm
down
getting away
35, down the
getting away
corridor.
from the city, yeah.
Yeah, but the further you go, the closer you get to the next place, right? When I first moved here,
To hear what you just said?
Yeah.
That was a good one.
I just, when I first moved here, I moved from the Chicago area. And I wanted a smaller hometown environment to raise my daughter in. And we started out in Canyon Lake with a friend and then got a place in New Braunfels. And that was my home for 9 years.
Yeah.
And I loved it. It was insanity during the summer with all of the tourists. But as soon as that September 1 passed,
there's that calming.
you had all of the wonder until the 1st of April
Or
or
just make
1st
your
of
hair
May.
stand up.
Yeah, because the beauty and the rivers and the canal, I mean, just Landa Park. I mean, all of the gems that are kind of like off limits during the summer because of the amount of tourism. But then you have it all the rest of the time. So it's such a beautiful place.
I mean, just the area. I find my sanity therapy is fossil and artifact hunting as well.
Oh, fun, yeah.
And so this whole area, Texas, is a wealth of artifacts and stuff from the past. Because we were once underwater for millions of years, and then all the way up. And so, yeah, I can walk outside and within a stone's throw pick up something that I can find a fossil in.
The richness and the history in this area is just, and the pride.
It's royal.
There's a lot of pride in taking care of and respecting and in living here. There's so many places that people live for the weekend. They live for the weekend. They are rush just to get to Saturday and Sunday.
That's heartbreaking,
and
isn't it?
It is because that's how it was where I was before. That's how my life was. I found when I moved, and this is a whole other realm. This is a whole other kind of existence. But here, the weekend is every day. people enjoy the everyday,
It's a state of mind.
Completely. That's the difference. That's the difference, You don't wait for the weekend to go do something you really want to enjoy. You
Create
do
the
it.
weekend.
You just do it. You don't take tomorrow for granted. So,
That's right.
yeah. So anyway, all right. Well, I was kind of going down that path, wanting to know a little bit about your history. You touched on the fact that you graduated college. What did you go to school for?
I majored in animal science and
Oh,
double
interesting.
minored in range and wildlife management and agronomy.
Wow. So when you started your college career, what did you think you wanted to be when you grew up? I mean, where were you going to go with that?
Yeah, I don't think I ever
Never really, just you liked
figured that
animals and
out.
you wanted to know more?
Yeah, I mean, agriculture, agriculture is a cornerstone of our being. And it has the strongest mountains to climb, the hardest laws created. They're set up for failure, it feels like to me, but yet people still like their steaks and people still like their corn. It's just, it really hits me in a spot to where it's an emotional feeling I don't enjoy.
Yeah, I actually had an epiphany this past, and it's really ridiculous, I mean, so many other people are ahead of me on this, but I just had you hear like the outcry of all of the deforestation and all of the construction and all of the changing landscape. And, you hear that cry. You hear people say, well, where are they supposed to go? Where are they supposed to go? And the other day, I was kind of avoiding going home. And so I was just a little drive past the road that I would ordinarily turn on, and I'm going up. And there's a Walgreens up ahead, and there's a strip of grass that's maybe, 12 feet from the shoulder of the road to where it's uphill, and then there's the parking lot into this area. And there was a deer standing in that grassy area grazing. And I thought, oh my gosh, that's really so dangerous because there's an intersection right up ahead. There's a parking lot. Now, I think if I'm not mistaken, it sounds lonely if I say this, it was Christmas. And
Great.
I just was, it was Christmas
Beautiful.
night. And I just was, wanting to enjoy the ambiance and the silence and the holy night kind of thing. And I see this deer and I'm like, oh my gosh, that's so dangerous. And then I pulled up into the parking lot and came around and I'm sitting there for a minute and I'm looking at the deer and it's looking at me and then it put its head back down. And and it hit me. It's like, where does he live? Where else is he going to be grazing but this little strip of grass on the side of the road? No, so I mean, it really, it brought it home. It was just this epiphany in that moment, the realization of the plight of the deer, let alone all of the other animals and stuff. So that's interesting that you chose that to be educated in, to further your education in, to sink your teeth into, and I don't know. That's interesting to me, and it kind of is keeping in Manzy. I mean, that I would have been surprised if you'd said, "Well, I was an English major," or I, thought I was good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is very Manzy.
It was just the aspect
Manzy-ish.
of that's where I learned how to learn.
Yeah, that's very cool. What a great journey. Were you always like a free thinker as a child? Were you, well, you know what I mean. I mean, there's so many, conforms.
Which makes that pro and con, as a child, because free thinking is situational aspects, right? Sometimes it's not advantageous, sometimes it is advantageous, especially when you're in certain environments.
But if you were a free thinker as a child, that was obviously encouraged and embraced, and you grew into who you are and doing how you are and being who you are, it would appear. I don't know. I don't want to, I'm not a shrink. But I know that my children, I allowed them to be whoever they were going to be and do what they were going to do and try to figure out the best way to support them. So I'm just wondering, with the Manzy in front of me and the Manzy as a young man who chose that education, were you a free thinker as a child? Were you uncontained? I mean, I mean, were you
Very contained.
very contained?
But a free thinker.
Okay. All right.
But you know, it was out of, from my experience, best of intentions.
Well, certainly, yeah. I understand that. You're not throwing shade or blame or anything.
Yeah.
You know, and we all
It's kind of
are.
like controlled chaos. There's beautiful mistakes, you know.
Yeah.
And the power comes in with doing dangerous things safely.
Yeah. Well, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. I mean, you really encapsulated, you know, a lot of people's childhoods. And you're showing us such beauty on the other sides of those childhoods. You
Yeah.
know? Awesome. So your music is undefinable. It's not a genre. It's an experience.
Amen.
And so we are going to give you, the audience, the viewers, this experience in just a minute. So when you see Manzy here, again, he is going to be mic'd up and he is going to be playing for you. And I'm excited. Stay with us.
Howdy, my name is Manzy Lowry. I'm here to sing you some stories and tell you some songs. This one's titled No One Knew. The jealous are the jealous kind, better off betting blind. I don't want to bother no one. Well, I stopped before I begun. Hey mister, can I bum a light? Oh, the jealous are the jealous kind. I've stumbled more than I can count. I've cursed at shadows and bled out. Got lost in a puddle as I flew. I hit the exit. No one knew. Sure as hell, without a doubt, I have stumbled more than I can count. The loneliest sound that I did see, it was the last she breathed. She was my friend and kept me warm through hellfire and them nightmare storms. It's okay to go, girl, now you're set free. And that's the loneliest sound I did see. Wasted time, spot awfully cheap. Had them willows, they learned to weep. Eyes of crows, hell, they pay no rent. Spanish-speaking southern accents. And if you fall, fall fast, fast asleep, 'cause that wasted time, spot awfully cheap. All that wasted time, spot awfully cheap. I'm gonna carry this on with another new story titled Don't Fade Away.
Cheers, my friend. Salud. Little Austin high quality H2O. Black cat sitting in the alley. What you got on your mind? Out meeting them quotas, maybe killing time. Blown out shoes and fresh out of booze, but life's a fairy tale. Howling blues on them ones and the twos. It's a fast track to hell. Fast track to hell. Don't fade away. Don't fade away. Don't fade away on me. Don't fade away. Don't fade away. Don't fade away on me. Sexy little devil with a slip-on dress. What you got on your mind? Saw your best friend Molly hit the skids on that slide. Too hot to trot, southern belle of the ball. Now you can't find a rock to hide. Yeah, well, kerosene dreams, they don't last long when you're left out on the vine. Left out on the vine. Don't fade away. Don't fade away. Don't fade away on me. Don't fade away. Don't fade away. Don't fade away on me. Hey, Mr. Big Rigger, finger on the trigger. Now what you got on your mind? 32 hours, you're broke on dope. Betting more than you can buy. Floating through lizards, you're eating chicken gizzards with your wife and your thoughts. Yeah, but what's a lie when it's 100th time? The truth's already been by. The truth's already been by. Don't fade away. Don't fade away. Don't fade away on me. Don't fade away. And don't fade away. And don't fade away on me. Don't fade away. Don't fade away. Don't fade away on me. Don't fade away. Don't fade away. Don't fade away on me. Oh, on me. I'm gonna have to ask all you audience members keep it down. I'm a little shy, so don't look at me. This is a song per special request. I wrote this about a penny I picked up in a parking lot in northern Mississippi. I was loading out of a show. It was in a Caliche parking lot, you know. I was always taught as a little kid to, when you crossed any money, pick it up, put it in your pocket. Then I got older and I found out there's some superstitions about stuff like this, where if it's heads up, it's good luck, and what is it? If it's tails up, you're supposed to flip it over for the next person to have good luck, something like that. Check this out. You can put this in your savings account. This is what I do. If it's tails up, I'll bend down and I'll flip it over to heads, right? Then I'll stand up and I'll look to my left and I'll look to my right. If anybody can beat me back down to that coin, hell, I just made myself good luck, you know. I'm not fast, but I'm competitive. Said 1972 on this penny, and I wrote its life story. It's called Penny on the Ground. It's for you, Carol. I'm just a penny on the ground, and I made my way around. Many pockets I have seen, many heads and tail dreams. It's like a cat that got the cream. On the run, on the go, traded for Bazooka Joe. Flipped high up in the air. Oh well, how I landed was all that they cared. It's like a game of truth and dare. I might not be worth a dime, but I'm a nickel for your troubled times. Just a penny or so I've been tied, whether you like it or not. I'm a penny for your thoughts, and I've been at the bottom of a well. I've seen the gates that they call hell. I saw the light and I ran home. I got lost in her catacombs. I'm just a penny on the road. Song, it might seem strange, but if you need yourself a little change, back to old square one. 'Cause I'm a penny with a gun. I'm just a penny on the run. I'm just that penny on the ground. I made my way around. Many pockets I had seen, many heads and tail dreams. It's like a cat that got the cream. Planted the sun, y'all. The cowardice arguments, it stole the silence, while the shooting star ran free. On the anniversary of San Jacinto's cannons, I lost my boots in battle, you see. And I was bare feet. I was bare feet. Stuck in the muddy river,
was haggard way up past my knees. But when I finally, well, I cut loose, I took a stroll through the gardens of Eve, and I was bare feet. I was bare feet when I left that county. They asked where I came from. I said the lands of the Cherokee that planted in the sun. Yeah, they grew the sun. The graveyards that I've walked upon, every day now they're getting deep. I've gone to war with good and evil. Oh, then I pray to fall asleep. And I was bare feet. I was bare feet when I left that county. They asked where I came from. I said the lands of the Cherokee that planted that sun. When I left that county, they asked where I came from. I said the lands of the Cherokee that planted the sun. Yeah, well, they grew the sun. Well, it runs in my blood. I'm gonna tune because I care, because I've been on Care with Carol, because she cares. You know, it's really a pleasure and an honor to be here, and I really appreciate all y'all sharing your time and energy with me. And I've got a challenge to issue to y'all. Challenge y'all to go out to a concert, go out to a show, go listen to some music of somebody you've never heard before. Give them a chance, you know? And if you find anything good, let me know about it. And if you don't go out and challenge yourself, then you're the only one that's harboring that. Cheers, my friend. Salute. I had this old bass player several years ago on a project. We were in I think Louisiana, Mississippi, somewhere in that corridor. And we were in our third set, so we were pretty into our cups, you know. This was years ago. And I always say, cheers, salute. And my bass player hopped on the microphone. He said, not scravi. Forgive me if I don't have the dialect correct. I'm not sorry, just forgive me. But I didn't know what that meant at the time. Come to find out, it's cheers in Czech. But I heard moss gravy, and I was like, heck yeah, I love liquid bread, so here's to moss gravy too, you know. Mona Lisa's Smile, I believe, is what's next. I wrote this about my aunt. She got kicked out of Texas. It's true. Wendy Foster was a backwoods mama, did things her own way.
Gilded door right up out of its bone, real snake eyes, thin eyes gang. She kept a folding blade tucked in her waist, single shot next to no man's place. Good odds, Denny on barrel race. Hell, she sing like a choir to Amazing Grace. Yeah, she crawfished the devil, scared him, made him take 2 steps back. Jethro to Guthrie in Clarksville to Yellow Pine, made love with the Mona Lisa smile. Made love with the Mona Lisa smile, alright. Well, now she's a woman you don't double cross. She'll take your hand or your life. And don't ever think about it calling a hoss. Shoot first and never think twice. You see, well, old Wendy May, she was right at home with them roustabouts and the thieves. A different kind of a southern belle. Now she eats at the table with the chiefs. Oh, she eats at the table with the chiefs. She crawfish the devil, scared him, made him take 2 steps back. Jethro to Guthrie in Clarksville to Yellow Pine, made love with the Mona Lisa smile. Made love with the Mona Lisa smile. Oh, well. See, I won't spend my weekly wages. She couldn't run and gun. That moon was rising over Chickasaw County. She's greeting the Arizona sun. Greeting the Arizona sun. Yeah, she crawfished the devil, scared him, made him take 2 steps back. Jethro to Guthrie in Clarksville to Yellow Pine, made love with the Mona Lisa smile. She made love with the Mona Lisa smile. Well, now she crawfished that devil, scared him, made him take 2 steps back. Jethro to Guthrie in Clarksville to Yellow Pine, made love with the Mona Lisa smile. She made love with the Mona Lisa smile. Come on. All right. This next story I'm going to share with y'all, it's titled Cottonmouth. You know, I sometimes graced with being in a location to where somebody digs my stories and messages. And this particular time, somebody offered to sponsor a run of shirts, merchandise for my tour. And my goal is, right now, moving forward, is if I get somebody to sponsor a run of my shirts or any merchandise, I'm looking for mom and pop, family owned businesses. You know, I want New Braunfels Feed and Seed, you see, on the back of the shirts, because, you know, teamwork makes the dream work. But this person did not want his company on it. He goes, do something artsy, put a lyric on the back. So, all right. So the lyric I put on the back was, not in fields of tall grass, a desert crying through an hourglass, risking my life on a pond. Comes from this song, Cottonmouth. Just past the city limit sign, raised a glass and I toasted the free. I hog-nosed a burlap down in Tennessee. Left abandoned and restless, pint shy of a checkered flag, just to breathe in my last drag. And the wicked ways at one once appealed to me, now seem like a distant dream.
cottonmouth haunting a scream. Well, I ain't dead yet. I twice went over on a roadside bet, and you know that line, it was drawn. Not in fields of tall grass, a desert crying through an hourglass, risking my life on that pond. And the wicked ways had won. Once appealed to me, now seem like a distant dream. And the wicked ways that won once appealed to me, now seem like a distant dream. A cottonmouth haunting a scream. This next song's titled First Degree. Have you ever tasted insanity? Smoked a little of that mundane? You ever tasted insanity? Or smoked a little of that mundane? Alright. Well, it's all good, right, baby, and it melts the brain. Yeah, it melts that brain. Been on the edge, turn around, you just walked away. You've been on the edge, turn around and you just walked away. Yeah, well, there's a brighter side, come on a cold, cold day. That's a cold, cold day. They say that bad things happen in threes, but I'm here to testify that I disagree. On my last night, it'll change my life in the first degree. Oh, listen to me, I don't want your sympathy, but you're gonna give it to me. Oh, well, a junkie's paradise ain't so hard to find, no. A junkie's paradise ain't so hard, hell, it's not that hard to find. Oh, fine. It'll cost you more than a nickel or a dime. That's a nickel or a dime. They say that bad things, they happen in threes. No, I'm here to testify that I disagree. On my last night, it'll change my life in the first degree. Oh, listen to me, I don't want your sympathy, but you're gonna give it to me. That's me. This is my favorite verse. Well, a beggar knows just what a beggar wants. It's more than that beggar's got. You see, a beggar knows what a beggar wants. Hell of a lot more than that beggar has got, than they got. You know, they might spend it on the gospel or all on pot. Hell, it's all that they got now. They say that bad things happen in threes, and I'm in a daze to find that I disagree. Oh my, last thing that'll change my life, ooh, in the first degree. Oh, listen to me. I don't want your sympathy, no, just give it to Easy-E. Ah, that's E. Appreciate y'all so much.
Sit alone on a beach and just kick up my feet. I just kick up my feet till I fall asleep. I just kick up my feet. Why is everybody so concerned with me? There's a million other things that are concerning me. Why can't everybody just let me be? I wanna do what I want without you judging me. Why is everybody so concerned with me? There's a million other things that are concerning me. Why can't everybody just let me be? I wanna do what I want without you judging me. Why is everybody so concerned with me? There's a million other things that are concerning me. Why can't everybody just let me be? I wanna do what I want without you judging me. Why is everybody so concerned with me? There's a million other things that are concerning me. Why can't everybody just let me be? I wanna do what I want without you judging me.
Alrighty, Manzy, thank you so much for being with us
Yeah.
today. Oh my gosh. I love
Absolutely.
you. Y'all, Manzy Lowry, right? So, Manzy, tell us where we can find you, all things Manzy, where we can see where you're performing. I realize you're going to be on a little bit of a hiatus here.
Yeah, I mean, maybe not. you can find me anywhere. I'm real easy to find. I'm the only Manzy Lowry there is. ManzyLowry. There's no E in Lowry like it's supposed to be. So you just punch that in. I can't hide from the man anymore. You'll find me. It goes right to a website, all social media platforms. And yeah, y'all come say hi to me at a show or
Check out his EPs, man. I'm telling you, I love the story of the Mona Lisa and, of course, the Penny on the Ground. So thank you for playing those for me.
You bet, yeah.
Y'all, this has been Creative's Cornerstone.
You bet.
And, we're heading into the new year now. So you need to make it count, make every minute count. This is my year of intention. I am going to be purposeful and mindful and work on my intentions.
The only thing that we lose is time. That's it.
Yeah, and some of us time is a little bit,
Time's undefinable. That's the only thing we lose.
It is.
But I appreciate y'all for having me out. Love y'all so much. Thanks for all the crew. Y'all are awesome.
Shout out to the crew. Yes.
I came in and in no time they had a cup of coffee for me and it just made me smile. So I thank y'all so much.
We're getting there, man. We are getting there. Teamwork is the dream work. Not only does it make it work, it is. Alrighty, so next episode, we'll see you then. CreativesCornerstone.com. Check out our YouTube page. On our website, we have all of our episodes listed, and they're linked to our YouTube channel. So please go to CreativesCornerstone.com. That's creatives, plural, CreativesCornerstone.com. And when you get to our YouTube page, man, like it, subscribe. It's free, and if you subscribe, then you'll be notified every time our next episode posts. Doesn't cost you a thing, and we'd love to see you there. Leave us a comment. I like hearing back from you. Take care. Till next time.
What's going on, y'all? Manzy Lowry here. Caught me on the set of Creative's Cornerstone, live with Carol. It's such a pleasure to be here. Y'all be sure to stay tuned. Catch up with all the local artists they've got running through here. And, man, just enjoy it. Cheers.
We hope your new realtor plays drums in a band. We hope your new dentist is its front man. We hope live music always makes you proud. Just don't call the cops if you think it's too loud. South by South by Southwest. We hope you'll like it so much you'll move here just like the rest of us non-native Texans.